Welcome back for another episode of Civility Wins, the Family Law Edition. I am your host, Kristen Goss, founder and owner of KWG, Family Legal and Mediation Services. We're your knowledgeable, warm, and gracious attorneys, and we help spouses divorce with civility, creating a legacy for those they love most. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we have with us back again, Ashley Robinson, our marketing guru. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. So I know we spoke briefly about marketing earlier, but I want to give a brief bio for those of you out there that don't know her. You need to know her. So we have Ashley Robinson. She's the founder and CEO of Green Cardigan Marketing. It's a digital marketing agency dedicated to helping law firms grow through effective strategies. A former collegiate golfer at Jacksonville State University, where she earned a public relations degree. Her love for golf inspired the agency's name, drawing from the prestigious green jacket of golfing fame. What began as a side hustle assisting a lawyer in 2019 revealed a gap in honest digital marketing for law firms. Can attest to that. Sparking her passion for the field. Since founding Green Cardigan Marketing, she and her team have supported over 150 law firms across 37 states, delivering exceptional customer service and results-driven growth. That's amazing. Yeah. So again, thank you for joining me, Ashley. I appreciate it.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So, okay, let's get into some real talk. Okay, so we talked about this a little bit earlier, lawyers being bad at marketing, but specifically lawyers like me, we totally miss when we're trying to provide content. Well, for me, I'd say the content is there.
Yeah.
But getting the message out.
Sure.
That's an issue for a lot of lawyers. And so can you speak specifically on one bad thing that you've seen lawyers do?
Yeah.
For marketing.
So speaking of the message, we can keep our conversation around that. Maybe one thing I wish they wouldn't do would be to hyper focus on the technicality, and I'm going to speak out of both sides of my mouth. Of course, you have to be accurate, and you can only say so much as a lawyer, and you can't provide certain information. But understanding what your clients are going through, and we talked about this in our last conversation of understanding who that client avatar is. We talk a lot about the bullseye of understanding who that client avatar is. And so when it comes out to the messaging, to your point of think about where they're at in their life and their stage. You know your clients better than anyone. And so I hear often when our clients are talking about their messaging or they're trying to bring their voice to the content that we're writing or the social media or the videos that we're doing, I see that we miss the emotional side of it a lot. And we're understandably so. Again, same for me. I talk to a lawyer and I immediately get into how much money are we making? What do we want to make? What is our average client value? And sometimes I need to back up and understand that they've been hurt by a marketing company. They don't think marketing works. We all have been there, except you guys are on a much more intensive degree. They're going through facing a criminal situation, or they're facing the most difficult time in their life. Often your clients are. So I see that we're missing that, and we're landing straight at the point of when the case begins, right? And backing up and understanding that it's a sale. It's a transaction. You have to sell your services. I have to sell my services. Unfortunately, it is a very competitive industry, the industry you're in. Marketing is also very competitive, right? So it is a sale. And you're not for everyone. Your firm's not for everyone, and that's okay. But what makes your firm different? What is your brand? Knowing what your voice is, what makes you unique? And approaching that conversation or your voice, to your point, approaching the firm's voice with knowing what makes you different and what makes you unique. So starting there, I find that when our clients can do that, it's a smoother transition for their client. I see that it is a higher retention rate for their clients because they're setting up at the onset of the relationship clear expectations. And then that brand and that message is communicated across on their social media, on their website, on their videos. So it's just a consistent voice and message, and everyone really wins. You can charge what you're worth, which is a big problem, right? And then you also have a higher retention rate and closing rate with your clients. So short question, long answer, but just that consistency of that voice in your brand, really knowing who you are and then consistently communicating that across all marketing channels.
Perfect. I love it. So speaking of consistency, right? I'm a divorce attorney. Civility is my thing.
Yeah.
And from a marketing perspective, a lot of times people can think, well, what does civility have anything to do with divorce, right? Let's be real. A lot of times people come, they're at their worst. They're great people, great professionals, great mothers, great fathers.
Sure.
But they're at their worst.
Sure.
And civility, divorce, what's one good tip for someone like me who is wanting to spread the word about the collaborative process? Again, the reason why I started this podcast to spread the word that there is an option out there other than filing in court, doing the traditional, let's, stick it to her, stick it to him. There's a way that you can go about getting a divorce that is not us singing kumbaya, sitting around a table and holding hands. It's the hard work, but it's very rewarding and empowering. So what's one good thing or tip that you can provide to me with using the word civility
and collaborative
in a very oxymoron, type, with divorce?
Right. So I know you and I have talked, Kristen, before about 50 to 60% of our client base are family and estate lawyers. We do that as kind of our go-to market strategy. We work with clients in all practice areas, but that is, I have to practice what I preach, and niching, my coach says riches are in the niches. So the tighter your message can be. So we have many, many, many family law clients and many in your collaborative arena. What we tell them and what I would tell you is coming to terms that it's probably not a single buying transaction, meaning your client is going to take some education. You are doing things different than the 9 other divorce lawyers that they've talked to. So it's going to take you educating them. So what does that mean? That means you have a website that is expressing that message and educating. I would use video if I'm in your shoes. I'm using video throughout my entire website, explaining what is the collaborative process from all different angles. Not one video, not 2, not 3, many different angles. My clients, it's pretty similar. Often our clients are a little confused of what is marketing? I'm a lawyer, I don't get it. Our highest ranking page on our website it's called Our Process. And I walk through in 6 videos what it's like to work with us. And I break it down very simplistically. So I would do the same, and we've done the same for our collaborative family lawyers, is a page on your website, many different videos explaining what is it? How is it different? How are you going to benefit from it? There are pros and cons to it. How do I know if I'm right for this? How do I know if my partner is going to be right for this? There's a lot of education that goes into that. You know that better than anyone. So that's what I would say is it's going to be more than just you're the divorce lawyer for me. It's probably going to take a little bit more education, but your marketing can do the educating. And in marketing, we talk about a buying funnel, right? So you've got clients, often they come in, they're at the top of the funnel, and you have to nurture them down the funnel until they're ready to make that buying decision. Many times, people will come in the middle of the funnel. If they're a referral, you say, man, my buddy Adam sent me a client. They're not top of the funnel. They're not cold. They came in middle of the funnel, right? But our marketing nurtures them all the way down. So for me, sometimes they see a video of me on my podcast. Sometimes they meet me at an event. Sometimes they'll meet Kristen. I had a lady yesterday who we were mentioned in a Facebook group. However they get into the funnel, then it's my job to educate them down the funnel. And it's the same for you. Through your email campaigns, anytime you get a lead, putting them in your email campaign, sending out video. We're in the same networking group together. Every time you stand up, you repeat the same thing, which you do an incredible job of, the same short, consistent message. So it's the same message over and over, and it's educating that client down the buying funnel. Does that make sense? Is it too detailed? Okay.
No,
okay.
I sometimes can get caught in the details. So
love it. Me
love
too.
It.
I spend all day in the weeds. Just
little
all
back and forth.
The nuance.
Too.
Love it. Yeah.
Do you have any upcoming projects coming up? And if so, please share with the audience.
I do. So this is I'll geek out on the marketing side for a little bit. So we've just partnered with a company that we're white labeling the service, which is a marketing term for we're going to brand it as our product, and our clients get exclusivity to this product. So there's, of course, an AI component too, because that's what everybody is talking about now, as you should be. So there's an AI component where I have not bought into a chatbot yet for our clients' websites. Haven't found one that I really like for most of our clients. Some clients, it makes sense, but you have to be careful. I don't think they produce good leads. I'm really happy with this product that we're partnering with. It's an AI chatbot, and it's just more of an informational chatbot. So as long as your website is set up and it's optimized correctly, in what we find is we're setting up good FAQ pages on the site. It can provide the information that your client needs. The perfect example for this, again, would be you. Versus we were talking to our friend Adam earlier, right? Criminal defense. There's only so much you can say for that client. You really have to meet face-to-face because it's such a unique situation. In your case, a family lawyer, estate lawyers really need this, elder law, because in the elder law community, our clients are the kids, right? So these chatbots are able to provide all the basic information without maybe eating up your intake team's time. So this company that we're using, that's part of what they do. And then the other part is we're able to bolt on. This isn't a proprietary technology. This has been around for a while, but I'm happy with the company we're using. It's a pretty streamless process. We're now able to bolt onto our client's CRM. And the end result is to help you get more reviews, Google reviews. So you're setting up triggers throughout every stage of your client to request and ask for reviews. And we can ask for it through video, we can ask for it through text if your state allows and you want to, I know there's lots of disclaimers there. You can ask for it through social. So Google reviews are becoming far more important. Google finally last year started making updates and releasing algorithm updates to the Google business profile. They didn't for years. So that means to us, it has more merit and weight to it. So your reviews as a lawyer is very important, even if you're practicing federally. It's just sending great signals to Google. So I'm really happy because what we hear from our clients is, I don't have time for that. I hear you. I don't want to ask my clients. I get that. Neither do I. None of us want to do this, but it's just a necessity. So the more we can take that control out of you remembering to do it or wanting to do it, and it's just bolted into many different points of communication. So I'm really excited about this project. My team, shout out to the Green Cardigan team. They've done a great job of onboarding this product that has this AI component and this Google review component. Our clients are going to benefit from this tremendously. So I'm really excited to start. We're going to start rolling it out to a handful of clients next month.
Love it.
Yeah, really excited
on that.
Yeah, we've told a few of the clients that they're getting it. So excited to start training them, their intake people on how this works. Yeah.
And so I'm going to throw you a little curveball because some of the audience out there may not be attorneys.
Okay.
And I'm sure you've heard of the bad rep attorneys get.
Yep.
Not trustworthy, cost a lot of money, whatever else people want to say. You work with attorneys all day, every day. What is one, or I don't know, how would you describe attorneys, working with attorneys? If someone out there who's not an attorney, they're in need of services, otherwise they would not be Googling. But what would be one good marketing tip that they need to be looking for to make sure that they're finding the attorney, let's just speak from a family law perspective, that would resonate with them?
Yeah, that's a good question. Attorneys do have a bad rep sometimes, and that's very frustrating. I think it's TV. TV has set up this weird portrayal of many different industries, and attorneys are one. I don't understand it. Because that's all I talk to every day are, besides my team and other marketers or lawyers. So I would say maybe some commonality traits that I see: very intelligent individuals who are often doing way too many things. So they're stressed out and they don't have a lot of time and they're just moving in many different directions. We can relate in that of trying to run a business, trying to manage employees. I can relate to where they're at. So as just a whole, as human beings, intelligent, competent people who have a lot of weight on their shoulders, right? Whether it's you're a criminal lawyer, a state lawyer, a family lawyer, that's a big responsibility. If I'm searching for a lawyer, even, and this is like I get from lawyers often of like, oh, my clients are all referrals. Well, that's not scalable, first of all. We think we can all admit that. But even your referrals are now searching you, right? No longer is a referral someone taking, all right, I'm going to take your word for it and go use Kristen. I'm going to do my own research, and then I'm going to research Kristen. So I would say, of course, you're going to ask a referral. You're looking for a lawyer. You're going to probably ask for a referral. But read their website, read their social media. Do they have videos? Do they have reviews? This is a great question, Kristen. I don't know if I've ever been asked that. but it's put yourself in your clients. What are you going to ask them to do? And what am I going to have my clients to do? I want them to go read my website. I want them to go read my LinkedIn. I want them to go talk to past clients. I don't want them to take it for face value. I want them to look I want them to pick up and uncover every angle before they commit to working with a vendor. It's a big responsibility. Working with a lawyer is a huge responsibility. So do everything that we've talked about. Read the reviews, ask friends, meet with them, interview the lawyer, right? It's a great question, but do all the things that we are talking about now. Do your due diligence, because in every industry, you know this better than I, there are good cops, there are bad cops. There are good lawyers, there are bad lawyers. There are good hairstylists, there are bad hairstylists. Interview them.
Edge. Don't bring me back to that.
Yeah.
Teen years, but yes.
Ask all the questions, because you are entrusting them with probably the most difficult situation you're ever going to go through.
Good stuff. Thank you for sharing. My last question is, share with the audience, if there are attorneys out there watching, which there will be.
Yeah.
Where could they find you if they wanted more information on this green cardigan marketing guru person?
Yep.
Where can they find you on social media? And
So I wouldn't be doing my job if we weren't active on social, and we had a great website and YouTube. So all of those places you can find us. I'll say, much like this podcast, I put out YouTube videos. My theory with that is to give away all of my best stuff, to truly help people. But then also you can see how our strategy works. So we have our website, greencardiganmarketing.com, and then I'm active on all social media. And if you are a lawyer, I think the best way when we're at our networking group, or if I'm ever introduced to someone, my best way of saying, how do you know if you need our services? If you're not happy with the growth in your firm, which is not every lawyer, and that's okay, right? If you're not happy where you're at and you want to grow, then let's have a conversation and we can see if we can help you and at what capacity could we help you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she is phenomenal. We have more to talk about off camera, but Ashley Robinson, everyone, thank you again for joining me.
Yeah.
You have watched another episode of Civility Wins, the Family Law Edition. Again, I'm Kristen Goss. I'm your host, founder and owner of KWG, Family Legal and Mediation Services. We're your knowledgeable, warm, and gracious attorneys, and we help spouses divorce with civility, creating a legacy for those they love most. Don't forget, subscribe, share, and like. Until next time, take care.